Once a haven for wildlife, carpeted in dense vegetation and greenery, the Greek island of Evia is now desolate.
We're expecting them to tell us that it was over and that everything is all right and we can go back to our homes.
In the seaside village of Roviez, construction worker David Sagatanis evacuated his childhood home when the fires came close, only to discover his house had burned down on the evening news.
I had hope at first. Then I recognised my house on TV. Here was the kitchen, the new fridge.
He's one of dozens in his small village living in temporary accommodation, though he doesn't know for how long.
Basically, we have to start again from scratch. What else can we do?
Greece suffered its worst heatwave in more than 3 decades earlier this month. Temperatures reached as high as 47 degrees and sparked more than 500 bushfires across the country. Here in Evia, fires tore across the island's mountainous north, destroying pristine pine forests. 40% of Greece's pine honey comes from here, the trees lending it a unique flavour.
I started with just one beehive, but over the last few years, with the help of a friend, we've built 80 hives. Unfortunately, all have now been burned.
Beekeeper David Stamatonikolos is returning to assess the damage to his livelihood.
The fires burned all the bees and the hives. Over here were pine trees. This is where the bees were collecting pollen. Unfortunately, not one tree is left alive. Wherever you turn your head, there are no survivors. Wildlife has been destroyed and its recovery will take many years. As for the forest, if it can recover, that will take 20 or 30 years.
The worst of the fires may be behind them, but residents in nearby Roviez are worried about how their community can recover without tourism or agriculture.
Right now, the whole area needs our help. The people here rely on tourists visiting in summer to cover the expenses of the whole year.
A group of volunteers, including village president Kyris Theodoros, has transformed a local school into a distribution centre for supplies donated from around Greece.
I brought nothing. I left precious things at home: photos, jewellery, furniture, and memories.
A few streets away from the local school, Panayota Makri is staying with her grandkids in temporary accommodation after her house was razed by flames earlier this month.
The children are little. They don't understand what's happened, but they sense that their environment has changed.
Panayota says she doesn't have the strength to return to the ruins of her home.
I didn't know at first that my house had been burned. My family didn't tell me because I have heart problems. We are planning to stay at Roviez. I don't have anywhere else to go.
Last week, hundreds of demonstrators rallied outside Parliament in Athens, protesting the government's climate inaction and demanding more money for the nation's fire brigade. With months, if not years, of repair and recovery ahead of them, many on Evia are also angry at the government's slow and disorganised response.
I don't know if we have any hope right now. The fear is the new generation will leave and the area will be depopulated. Something like this will happen. Hope dies last.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.